to the aggression so well. You know, we can't forget the way that Fer would always find a way to push ramp or the palace position. It was always an absolute nuisance just around the map, and this was such a mainstay, you know, in those old SK days. So I would love to see a return to power once again, because they innovated so much. They were the team that showed if there was an A set piece, they knew exactly how to retake it every single time on the CT side. They're so innovative. I want to see a return to that. Maybe we can see that today against Faze. We'll have to look and wait and find out. Pistol has begun and fallen. Speaking of aggression on A-ramp, he's actually going very aggressive here. They'll find the first. Oh no, it's a massacre there on the A-ramp. It's just one man left. It's Guardian. He's picked himself up a USP, but this is going to be very difficult indeed. 1 versus 3. And the flank is already a possibility with coldzera making his way around the back. And he may just cut off Guardian here. At the very least, he'll confirm, you know, what's going on if Guardian does not decide to go all the way around, but he will. And, ooh, just spotting coldzera, that is important. Guardian might be able to make this work. Uses the molly, dispatches that, but up coldzera goes, and down he goes just as quickly. Guardian, he's keeping the round alive.
Did he spot somebody top mid there? Perhaps he did. Taco having a look. There is a flank from Fer as well. Spots an elbow. Going for it, Guardian, but doesn't know if the second player has no idea where he is. Patiently with the bullets, not quite working out, and Fer continues to flank. Oh, the knife is out, and that is him out of the round as well. MIBR start off on the right foot. Fer with some weird trolling on Twitter recently, I think it's fair to say.
Ineffective trolling, James.
Yeah, I mean, April 1st, maybe he had some lag, but he was like, I'm leaving the team. Haha, not really. I think he was the only person who was laughing, but it's MIBR all laughing now that they've taken the pistol round. Very awkward pistol round for all concerned.
I mean, one thing we have to notice there is that Guardian found 3 1v1s, James. And the way the fights went out, they were very drawn out as well. That Guardian could absolutely have clutched that.
But he didn't then.
He did not.
Ultimately, he didn't.
Did not.
And here we are. So Fer awaits in the window, but he knows he can't stand there forever because you can be shot in the head from somebody under the window. Now, some nerd facts. We have fallen in a sandwich position, and if you're deep in this corner, it slightly elevates your position. But if you're a little bit to your right-hand side, then you're a little bit lower. If somebody's on a ramp with a scope, then they can see your foot because the bricks of the sandwich position, you can see the pallet in between. That has a gap you can see through, but there's one below at the bottom of the floor as well. So just a nerd fact, if you're there with like an AWP, for example, you can shoot someone in the foot if they're standing in sandwich. But again, if they're tight in that corner to hide from pallets, then you won't necessarily see somebody. So it can be a little deceiving. Faze kind of been very patient here. Maybe they've all disconnected their keyboards in the hope that they'll get some bud off customs, but they won't. Replugging in, moving top mid and getting absolutely slaughtered by Fer. He's got an ace stat!
Yeah, he's absolutely got an ace. And I wonder if the intention of going slow for MIBR was just to exhaust utility, but there wasn't really that much for MIBR anyway, because they chose to get big guns out mostly. So there you go. Nice and clean.
Get them statistics, baby.
Bish, bash, bosh.
Man like Fer.
There you go. The org coming into power. Fer with a... I mean, that always feels good. Like, right off the bat, it feels good, especially for an aggressive player like Fer.
Ooh, little shout there.
Orb is out on Nico, though. That's... The T-side orb on Mirage from Nico has been really awesome to watch recently. I've been very much enjoying it. He does some crazy stuff, James.
I think he was playing a spawn because it appears that Guardian has claimed his sniper rifle back. A smoke towards short deployed by Nico, and FaZe Clan have possession of the middle position. Taco has been eliminated. So we have an early disadvantage for MIBR. MIBR, who have 3 CTs in the A bomb site, in or around. We've got one in connector now. And perhaps some aggression will be required from MIBR to try and get something back, as they are a man down with over a minute on the clock.
Indeed. Some time left. And it's still a question mark here for MIBR. They haven't really got deep into any positions. And with Fer in connector and coldzera in the ladder room, MIBR know this, so they're going to understand that FaZe are rotating either to rush the A-bomb site with the set piece or the B-bomb site. Those are the 2 options, and maybe they've got an inkling that it's A. Maybe they have enough information, because they look prepared for this, MIBR. They should know that this is coming, given the positioning, but can FaZe be effective regardless?
especially versus the Org of Fur. Rain starts to stream in, the molly towards the palace, but Fur knows what he needs to focus on. Now his scope will surely be heard by Rain, who is in connector. And that's really awkward. He's got to pick the right timing. The bomb's been dropped in the meantime. He does pick the right timing. Fallen trying to buy time with the UFB as much as possible, but there's only so much he can do. And now coldzera with an MP9 is left at range versus the remainder of Faze Clan. Rain has 1 HP, but I mean, perhaps he can pick up a rifle if he goes through connector, but it's not an ideal situation for coldzera. And the money sucks for MIBR as well. Again, another situation just like our last map where first round loss immediately on eco. Well, there's a fair chance of. We'll have to see what they choose to do. And Cold will look to perhaps get another kill, get some bonus money, pick up a rifle. I think maybe Fur's Org is around that position. The bomb might send it towards jungle. The bomb explosion, so we'll have to see. But it is going to be the first round on the board very early indeed for Faze Clan.
Yeah, and I'm curious. I'm really curious what MIBR's form will look like on this map. You know, we saw in our previous match that Faze, they got a good start on Nuke against Liquid, and then all of a sudden they are down with just 5 rounds to the 10 against Liquid on that first half, even though they started on the C2 side. So MIBR, no AWP for them. Might be a fast one here from Nico. Again, just playing the spawns, just like one of the previous rounds with that AWP. At Star Series, we saw some great work with him on that AWP on the T side. Fur going aggressive here in middle. Good flashbang coming out there, though. It's awkward for Fur. He can't re-engage successfully. Rain takes him down. Finding one almost through the smoke there in connector. And Faze off to a good start here at the beginning of this 4th round. Dren picking up one as well from Palace.
Perfect timing for Phelps, and that's high ground advantage towards the A-bomb site, and the bomb is rotating towards the ramp on its own. So if that, well, that's a dangerous situation for the bomb carrier. And in the meantime, the frags continue for MIBR. Taco will fall to the flames, and that is a man advantage for Faze Clan. So maybe things will start to change. In fact, this is a brazen play. Rain running distraction, forcing Phelps back into the hands of the bomb carrier, reloading his gun as well. Surely he's done for. Perfect play, very deliberate stuff there from Faze Clan. Works out very well indeed. And now coldzera in a 1 versus 2. He's got an Org though. Nico just jumping past, trying to find him, and he's seen him now. There's a trade fragger, immediately taken out. So pre-fire with the Org as well. Nico's made his way through, and the Org will prevail, and coldzera will prevail. Very happy with that. And that is MIBR back to winning ways, but only Cold survived that round, so the money's going to be tight for MIBR, and Faze Clan might have a decision to make about this round.
Yeah, that's a really crucial clutch coming in from coldzera. The 1 versus 1 against Nico. Not an easy one to win, but he does so. And he looks really good at the moment. This is nice to see such clean kills from coldzera. And MIBR, 3 rounds now against Faze's 1. Faze onto the pistols in this round, but Faze perhaps one of the most effective team when it comes to these decos. And they're not able to find too much with his, but there's still 2 more deagles in play here, Guardian and Eco. And you know Nico is always good for at least 1.
Maybe, I don't know if it depends on what they have in mind at the moment, but Olofmeister with a Glock. He's carrying the bomb. I was going to say maybe there's a world where he goes to, I'm sure there is a world where he goes to pick up the Desert Eagle with time on the clock, but it seems that Faze have a plan, and that's not part of it, rotating all the way back there. So they will concentrate the forces towards the B-bomb site. That's a timely smoke, which allows Taco to just focus on, well, he could choose to focus on people pushing the smoke, but with no one in mid, if he stands there facing the smoke, then he's exposed to the short position, which is why he's not doing that. He's using the cover for that very reason. So if you're wondering at home, that's particularly why. Spatial awareness is why. 5 versus 3. 3 pistoling players for Faze Clan remaining. Olofmeister moving through to the middle position. Move back with another flashbang, and that's a lot of information. They know the bomb carrier is over here, and Olofmeister, I believe, has been spotted. He has found himself a deagle and a kill, and now the bomb's being planted. What on earth is going on?
Yeah, Rain also on this bomb site now, bought so much time by Olofmeister. It was just occupying one of the rotating players from A, and now Rain with that deagle, he's got a chance. I don't know if he understands that he's being wrapped at this point by Fur. To find the next frag, and it's not going to be for Rain. Fur will take it down. So Defuse comes in. However, 3 kills and a bomb plant. That's pretty excellent, James, considering the fact that it kind of felt like they were trapped in the B apartment with no real way out. So that's pretty amazing to see, honestly. So much value. That's why Faze are so dangerous in rounds such as that. It looks like there's no value here to be had, but sometimes 2 versus 4, they still get another 2 kills and a bomb plant. I just don't understand how they're able to do this at this level.
And here we go. Both teams on the bye. Fallen and Guardian with the AWPs. Guardian lining up a smoke towards CT, I think. If he goes really high, he could go between triple and default. Ooh, really? Okay. Some grenades were flying. Phelps to be flashed off his position. I thought he was going to get a kill there with people just walking through the smoke. Didn't quite happen though. Trying to survive around triple. Rain's being taken out. Bombs on the floor at the moment. Smokes are up, but it's an unusual configuration in that respect. Dren here's a grenade, hit somebody behind him, but he's going to try and press on and take map control instead. Gambling doesn't quite work out for him, and that leaves Olofmeister now in a 1 versus 4. So it was interesting to see the quick decision though from a Dren. I know someone's behind me. I've got to spray through the smoke, but maybe I can have a bigger impact if I just make a play towards jungle. Didn't happen, and Olofmeister is now alone, and he needs to do some damage. He can't just allow 4 people to survive. There we go. That's a good start. Looking for trade fraggers now. Obviously, MIBR will react to that information, and once you know where the last player is, you can take very aggressive positions, and they will have aggression and trade fragging power around that bomb near that default position. 37 seconds for Olofmeister. Doesn't have enough time really to try and cut all these players down. Now, is he going to save his AK? Is he going to focus on doing economical impacts to the side of MIBR? Seems it will be the latter. 20 seconds, he'll get taken out. 3 survive for MIBR.
And what a wonderful start they're off to. I mean, there's been some bumps in the road, some potholes, but they've been traversing those pretty nicely. And once again, Faze not in a position where their ability to buy is looking good. I mean, they've got at best here $4,000 on Nico and Adren, but everybody else is struggling a bit. Rain's going to buy up an AK and full Kevlar, so they're going to go for a save round with the 1 AK, which I really like, especially due to the loss bonus that they've accrued. It makes a lot of sense because Rain will still have something in the following round that's pretty decent to play with. But just having that 1 AK with a team that has players like Guardian, Olofmeister, Nico, and so on and so forth on that team, there's a lot of value to be had, and you've got to keep the pressure on the opponent's economy. And as you guys can see on your screen at the bottom right, the money for MIBR is not fantastic. And although the expectation is that they'll likely take this round, FaZe is trying to set themselves up that on the following buy round, should they win it, that MIBR will have to be saving straight away, and they can steal away the momentum and maybe still finish with a very solid score in this first half.
Rain, the hero of the hour. He reminds me of Le Chiffre from Casino Royale, but he's trying to be the good guy for his team. He's got all the chips with that AK-47, and look at first play. Notice his lack of grenades as well. He's only got a HE and a smoke grenade. Great stuff from him. Standard Fur, could be anywhere on the map. 2 kills and he slips away in the dark of the night. Often worth noting, if you're going to make a play through the underpass, you shouldn't be buying full grenades because there's a fair chance you won't get to use them. And Fallen takes the place. Fur becomes bait. Nico gets a fishhook in the mouth. And that leaves Rain and Adren. FaZe clan dismantled by the Brazilians so far in this round. But Rain and Adren still remain. So again, it is the hero AK-47 which is now being lost. Very patient shots from Adren, but maybe feeling like he deserved a frag there. Respected the Deagle, but the Deagle did not respect him. And now with a minute on the clock, he can't expect to try to save this weapon. Trying to take an unusual angle. It won't be enough to stop Fallen. 6-1 MIBR.
Yeah, I feel like Adren was pretty robbed there on the kill onto Phelps. That's really frustrating. All being there, though. And because here comes the push at the beginning of the round from Fur, and no one watching out for this. Further, notorious on Mirage for pushing early in the rounds, as James mentioned. And you don't never know quite where he's going to be pushing from. That's a nice little flick there from Fallen in the replay. And into the next round we go, and Guardian's on the AWP. So here comes the 4-buy for Faze. Let's see if they can make something happen with this. Quick approach into the middle position with the aid of smokes, and a fast timing up catwalk here perhaps from Guardian with the AWP in combination with Rain. He's already on 16 points of health, so this is a pretty aggressive start for Faze.
Yeah, I think there was a leg from Connector. A leg shot with the AWP of Fallen. Fallen, a man with so many highlights with the AWP. Guardian peeking up high. Beautiful stuff from him. Something to learn for those of you at home. Now Fallen is gone. But look at Fur continuing to be a nuisance, but it's a gamble to go past this spot. And what Adren's doing at the moment is a very common get right. Used to do this a lot as well. Just check towards Palace and T-Ramp at the same time. I feel like maybe there was no sound cues given away by Adren there. Just releasing Crouch as he falls off to not give a sound cue away. Molly towards the sandwich position, and there is Fur once again being a pain, but Phelps has been taken out in the meantime, so Rain has got some weird map control towards A, but he's trying to use it to sell a fake.
See if it works. We've got coldzera then on that B bomb side, and he's having a good game so far. That's one thing we can say for sure. And Taco in that position towards CT spawn looks good to cut off Mr. Rain. Only 16 points of health. Superior angle for Taco, so very easy for him. Zero now. Oh, gets taken out from Nico. Wow, Nico has really saved the day here. Felt like coldzera is going on. He was definitely on for the multi kill there, but Nico coming in from or around the market position diffuses that situation, and there you go. Faze pick up their second round, and again, you know, we talked about the economy for MIBR, and it's not fantastic. So Faze are in a decent position to make a comeback here, unless something untoward happens, and you can see Fur already picking up an AK-47. We've already seen, sorry, yeah, so in James, in 7 rounds, we've already seen Fur pushing A-Ramp, Palace, and Underpass.
That's the kind of Fur you want to see. Just no respect for his opponents whatsoever, doing whatever Fur wants to do, and it has been successful at the beginning of this game of Mirage. Now with that AK, he can drop a weapon to the likes of Phelps. He'll keep the AK for himself, of course, to the victor, the spoils. And the rest of the team can buy up for the most part of MIBR, that is. FaZe Clan will have a very good buy. In fact, they both do. We've got double orgs for Taco and coldzera with Fer and an AK-47. In fact, triple orgs with Phelps on one as well. So there's a lot going on in this round for MIBR as FaZe Clan moves to top mid.
Yeah, that's deep smoke. Astralis there from the CTs, not deterring FaZe. They'll pop flash through it, which is brilliant to see, not afraid to challenge that smoke and see what's behind it. And that gives them an advantage. And obviously that was a smoke expended early for MIBR. So right now, positionally, FaZe don't look too bad. Still looking to work their way through middle. Fur keeping tabs on that. We're seeing Fur moving around a lot here. Phelps being the anchor of the A-bomb site with the assistance there on stairs from Fallen with the AWP, and now FaZe start to push middle, and they may find some resistance. Smokes have gone. Will there be a pop flash here for Rain to peek connector, perhaps? Maybe not. Go for the dry peeks.
Finally, it was almost like a weird mating dance. Nobody moves. Fallen, how on earth did he manage to get that? We've got a flashbang towards T-Ramp, and FaZe Clan have problems once again. Guardian and Nico remain. Nico jumping into the window. Okay then. Maybe there's life in the old dog yet. Guardian rotating away from the A-bomb site, and that would be a wise decision for the time being. Now, does Nico join him towards B, or does Nico try to continue to sell A? In fact, Fur's pushed the ramp, and I think Nico realizes what that means. He's got an off angle to try and cut off players in connector, going for a short flank, but they don't even have the bomb site just yet. And he moves in and gets moved back out again, leaving Guardian to maybe give a second AWP to the likes of MIBR. But do they want it? They do, and there's a second AWP. So that didn't quite work out for FaZe Clan. MIBR in a very strong position now, 7 rounds to the 2 of FaZe Clan.
What an awkward spot for Nico there. You know that he really wants to assist Guardian on the B-bomb site, but he hesitated because Guardian was a bit too far away for them to attack at the same time. And then he realizes that after spawning someone towards A that, okay, now the CTs know they're on the angle waiting for him to peek. There's no way, he can't just bunny hop around, he's got to take the fight. And now, Faze are in some trouble. They will respond aggressively here. First going to receive a flashbang. Can he get the kills close? No. Nice entry coming in from Nico. And now Taco will be able to trade him out. And here comes the push out of the apartments. Taco's doing a really good job here. Now down to Cole with this AWP to stop the push from this Faze team. Just starting to shuffle out the apartments as things slow down. Both teams jockeying for position. Guardian will deny that from Cold Zero. And now things not looking so bad here for Faze.
Loads of time for the T side in this 2 versus 2. Phelps up on the box, off the box. Dren, awkward timing for him. He heard Phelps jump down, but now what? Where is Fallen in all of this? Guardian wondering himself, spots him towards short now, so they have all the information, Faze clan, but now it's Guardian alone. He has 50 seconds though, 5-0, plenty of time. Fallen's rotated again. He's jumped off the short position and made his way towards Market. So if Phelps were to push out of Market solo, then Guardian might not look towards short again. I mean, towards the Market rather. His mind is whirring. Fallen may have rotated. He could be in apartments, could have high ground advantage. And they move out of Market. Misses the first flick and Phelps will take him out. They can pick up that second AWP again, and they will. 8-2 for MIBR.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Guardian with a solid shot there at the clutch. He's able to connect that flick shot, but Phelps pretty quick as well. And MIBR, they are crushing it after what perhaps was, it could be considered as a disappointing performance on their previous map earlier today on Nuke. Here on Mirage, things are looking very tidy. Winning the clutches, making some good calls, getting some good aggressions. And Faze are starting to struggle a bit. We'll see if they can turn the tide here. They've got the full buy once again. No AWP though for the likes of Guardian. He'll be on the AK with the rest of his team. And we'll see Faze very interested in this B-bomb site. And this may work out pretty well because the rotation from A is actually looking quite far away. So if Faze are swift with this one, this is going to be pretty hard to stop.
Flash out the window. Taco has to fall back, making his way towards the balcony position. Great tracking from him to take out Dren as he jumps off the balcony, but he sees more, but he can't do more. Cold Zero and Fallen are by that door position. And there is a smoke. That's a big choke point taken out. And now there are no grenades left for the likes of Faze clan, but and they have a man disadvantage. We have a rotation towards short from MIBR, so it will be 2 in Market and 2 from that short position if they can make the jump.
Good spot here for Faze. Guardian waiting to receive the oncoming MIBR players. That's beautiful. Headshots all over the place now going in favor of Faze as MIBR struggle to get in towards this bomb, and you know what? It looks like it might just be too late. It is pretty far ticked at this point. Phelps is trying to hold his ground for now. Now he gets some more damage done, but it's Nico to do the damage as Faze pick up their 3rd round, and they're back in it. But MIBR still in a commanding position with those 8 rounds. But their money, not so good.
I think there was a smoke in apartments when the flashbang was originally thrown. But there's a corner of the wall that pokes out. And just to the left of that corner, if you're throwing the flashbang, you're running throw and it bounces out the window, which is really cool because it goes so deep that if somebody was on the van, for example, standing on the van holding an angle, let's say with an AWP, and perhaps obviously there was, I think, a smoke on this occasion, but generally speaking, you can throw that flash without showing to somebody on the van. But it goes so deep out of the window that it will blind anybody who's standing on that van as well. So if you have an issue dealing with a sniper on the van, then that is an easy flash to take position over anybody trying to hold that angle. So definitely one to pick up, look at the demo, learn at home. If you want to lurk towards the B-bomb site, it most certainly helps. Now we have 4 rounds left in this first half. So Faze clan can still fight back for a reasonable scoreline. MIBR are eco at the moment, $2,500 per person, average maybe. 2.5, 26, 2,700. So can't do a whole lot with that. Paco has an MP9. He had an MP9. He's now history. His name has been printed on the tablet. He's been left on the parchment. He is a mere piece of history now, and the rest of MIBR have got pistols, so they may suffer the same fate. Heads rolling down the Aztec stairs. I've got no other comparisons than I've run out of history. Never liked history in school, so there you go.
Well, it's time to turn the page, James, because new rounds here for MIBR, and they're going to have some cash. Some cash to spend. We see the Orcs rolling out already. What else do they have? No money for AWP, unfortunately, and the nades will be a bit lacking, so I can only anticipate that we'll see some aggression, maybe from the likes of Fur. And you've got to be careful with that, though, because teams will be very expectant of seeing such aggressions, and you've already shown them so much. Guardian looks happy. He's having a good start today. He's fragging.
He's a jolly chap.
See if he can continue here. Look at the B presence from Faze. They really fancy this B approach, and they've got a setup here to deny any underpass aggression. Two-man setup, pushing down. A late take perhaps from Nico. This is an interesting one from Faze. Not showing any presence really towards the A side of the map. I think they're assuming that MIBR will push because they know their economy is not very good. So they've got this setup that looks like they've given up map control, but really I think it's a bait as well. And it gives them a delayed mid-take as well as an option, which they're going for now. But I think there is a player who could spot this, and so they're ready in the window for any shenanigans. He's missed the shenanigans, James.
They have been sorely missed. Minute mark or less. That's what has passed. 4 versus 5 in favor of MIBR as FaZe Clan move away from the B bomb site. The bomb is being carried towards A. Bomb's not carrying anything itself, just to be clear. Nico waiting on the ramp. Adren around connector, but he's been peeked by coldzera in the ladder position. So what can they make of this? Seeing him lurking in that middle area. They may feel more secure now. I'm sure they do with Adren taken out if they have a certain read of FaZe Clan's T side. There's a great frag from Guardian, but he won't last very long. And the trades continue. 15 seconds, this bomb has to get planted. Nico's got enough time to clear CT and hold it for his teammate as the bomb's planted in that direction. Olofmeister, I think, spots 3 on the radar. I think Nico has all the information. Great headshot from Olofmeister, but Nico has more to do.
It is Nico, though, and I don't think they have any idea that he's here. He might have nailed this. coldzera, though, he turns away at the wrong moment. Nico now on for the 1 versus 1 for absolutely knows where he is at this point. Tapping the bomb. Nico hears him running and executes him there with the AK-47. Great work from Nico. I feel like you can't ever doubt him in a situation like that, and he will deliver indeed.
Absolute confidence, not shy to peek. Great visualization from Nico. Jump peek, spot where the player is. Got the sound cues for free as well, and he just looks, seeks, and destroys. He is a Terminator. 5 rounds for FaZe Clan. There's always discussion about in-game leading. Oh, it's going to affect your game and so on. Doesn't seem to affect Nico too much. It's a pretty consistent fragger for the squad, but who knows? Maybe it could be even more if he didn't have that extra burden. We'll never know.
It's definitely one of those interesting talking points, but ultimately it's something where he wants to do it, presumably, and so we must trust his judgment. 4 versus 4 though with the AK on Fur does make things a little bit scary. Fur though pushing the underpass at this point, so he may be circumvented entirely as FaZe are looking very ready to push into the A bomb site with the bomb of course as well. And Nico sitting in the ladder room. There's all sorts of problems here. But actually, Fur is speeding up his flank. He is the AK. If Fur starts walking at the correct time, which he just started walking, this could be perfect. However, there is someone holding the flank. Adren's there. But if they decide to push the A bomb side, okay, well, Adren's actually going back. He's got that 6 seconds. Knows Fur is lurking, but the bomb, no, the bomb is down. Fur has a Molotov as well to slow this down. And now Nico's got to rotate. He's got the long rotation. There's not much time here. And with the bomb in control of the CTs, Fur just sitting on top of it. How on earth do you save this situation?
Around the corner he goes. Guardian's made some steps now. Running in, it's going to be absolutely free for Fur. Nico has 27 seconds to find 2 players. There's the first one. Now it's really awkward. He pulls a grenade out. Not expecting that peek. But now does he run? Trying to buy some time maybe Fur with a cheeky peek. 6 HP for Nico thanks to the grenade. He's got to run back. Fadeaway flashbang, waiting for Fur to peek, and now going for default, playing it safe. 11 seconds, and Fur will rate. Slowly crab walking, watching the right-hand side from Fur's perspective. Walking straight into the crosshairs of Nico. He makes it look easy, but his face looks stressed. But boy on the server, does he make it look easy.
Yeah, just, you know, casual ace there from Nico in the most horrible situation for Faze. Somehow saves it again. Again, you can't doubt him, but what an amazing play from Fur. Fur, like, really made that difficult. Honestly, this round, if it's anyone other than Nico, I think they absolutely lose this round. Oh my god, just shooting everyone in the face. Phelps, I think Taco was next on the chopping block there for Nico, but you know, there we go. We're at 6-8. Faze back in it thanks to his efforts in this matchup so far. Some important clutches won. Now Fur though, he's on catwalk with an AWP. Oh, he connects that.
Yeah, he did. He's trained for this. That's Fur with the sniper rifle. Moving back, he's got plenty of support, but the sound cues are there for the player who's in apartments for FaZe Clan. It's Olaf Meister. You'll hear that the sniper has fallen back. The decoy grenade in the apartments, and Olaf Meister has heard the scope. He knows somebody is scoped in, but he doesn't know what kind of angle it is, so it is somewhat scary for him to peek. It could be a deeper angle from Fur, but if someone baits him, oh, look at that FaZe Clan moving in. If somebody jumps past this position, and Olaf Meister is going to strike immediately. Everyone knows this angle. He's not even going to wait for that. Just going to peek, and off they go, exploding into the B bomb site, but Cold Zero's here. He's dead now, of course.
Yeah, great peek from Rain. Just shuts that one down. Nips it in the bud. Fallen and Phelps left to try to rotate in, and honestly, with the amount of utility left on Faze, I don't think there is going to be a door open to get into the bomb site. Fallen though, he's going to be kicking down the door. Nades coming in from all over the place. Still a couple Molotovs left here for MIBR. Sorry, for Faze. It's so favorable, but Fallen's made his way onto the bomb site. But perhaps that is by design. Or maybe not. Fallen catching Rain off guard by the catwalk position. The Molotov comes in to guarantee this, perhaps, as Phelps picks up one. This is looking very difficult for Faze to hold on to. Of course, they'll make it work in the end regardless, but a bit scary. See, they're on fire. There's a nice comeback. 5 rounds in a row at the end of the first half. And Faze are well back in this one. And it's after that dominant showing from MIBR, it's really looking like it could go either way.
Can see Launders' peroxide hair on the stage. There he is. Maximum contrast for Launders. There with Monsieur Scrawny. Nice to see them again. He's wearing boxer slippers.
Yeah, that's they're nice. I want some.
I can't even remember what I wear at home.
Shoes?
I'm just not.
You got like 60 pairs.
I don't wear shoes in home.
So
All the carpets would be absolutely battered. So the two teams will swap sides. I can't wait to see this fill up with North Americans tomorrow and others. There's always a traveling circus as well, so it'll be very interesting to see. Lots of Portuguese and Spanish being spoken here. I was playing football yesterday almost entirely with people from Latin America. I think there was like one white dude there, and the rest of them were just Latin Americans. It was funny. Lots of skill, lots of dribbling, lots of solo, solo. When once a player had gone past one or two players, solo, solo. It was really fun to watch. Hopefully I can play again soon. I wrecked my ankle again, but enough about me. We've got MIBR on the T side. They've got 2 players with utility, Olaf Meister and Adren for FaZe Clan. We've got a short break before we continue, but we'll talk through it because we love talking, Dan, don't we?
Well, so you can see Astralis, well, Na'Vi are playing Astralis on Inferno, right? And we looked at the stats earlier, and I'm sure they said them on the desk, but I think it was 19 Infernos or 16. It's either 16 or 19 Infernos in a row, one in the top tier for Astralis. That's quite a streak, James. No one has been able to touch them there.
Yeah, that's an Undertaker level streak. Maybe we call them the Undertakers from now on. Although I love the Clutch Minister, Zipex. That is such a fantastic.
The Undertaker isn't the Undertaker like Simple's nickname though, technically?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And I do like that. I like it for Simple.
Yeah,
like
it is.
Bodying
it is
people.
good. Yeah.
It fits.
That is pretty good.
We've got some good ones, but then there's that like fallen one, like the Bad Librarian, which I'm not sure if I'm into as much.
You don't hear that very often.
No.
At least, I mean, you
Maybe
got the bad fallen, but...
It's not that catchy, I suppose.
Yeah. I don't know.
Fallen.
Do you have a nickname in CS?
Deagle King James.
Deadly Deagle
Deadly
King.
Deagle King.
Yeah.
Thanks to Henry G for that one. Light
Henry
show.
G and his bloody nicknames.
Yeah, he's good at that, isn't he?
Unfortunately.
He's good at
They
making
tend to
stuff
stick.
stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good at making all sorts of things stick.
Yeah, that's no good. All right. Who do you fancy for this one, Dan?
It's interesting. I mean, firstly, I want to throw the shout-outs to Fur. Obviously, Fur gets put into a position where he's the guy taking aggressions, and if he's playing well, though, we see this situation where he's fragging really well. Like, he's top fragging for his team. He's 17 for 9. That's not bad at all, considering how aggressive he was. And that's something that MIBR need. And moving into the CT side, I do favor Faze for this game still, although it is obviously very close at this point. Once Guardian gets onto the AWP, it's going to be very interesting indeed. And we'll see MIBR now in this pistol, looking to control middle, get the smoke there on window, perhaps looking to rush towards the short position. They will be spreading out somewhat here, 2 on short, 2 towards connector.
Smoke has failed, though. So Guardian can see that the bomb hasn't quite crossed the short just yet. It's actually making its way into the A bomb site, so they know one player's made his way in towards B, but A is what will be taken, and Faze kind of been pulled out of position. Adren's had to fall back to CT spawn. Phelps in jungle as well. MIBR has got strong positions, although they're made weaker by a huge headshot from Nico, and another one by Adren. The problems are being compounded. They're moving into a black hole. They do exist.
Well, Fallen coldzera left to try to stop this, and Nico looks like he's already on a tear. Such an exposed position for coldzera. It's difficult to defend, and there's no one to trade for Fallen, so that's going to be a wrap. Nico with 3 headshots, or 3 kills. I'm not sure if last one's headshot, but looking very good himself. 19 for 10, and that is the start that FaZe really wanted, of course. Looking to get the AWP as quickly as possible onto Mr. Guardian. However, we do get a force buy after the bomb plant from MIBR, and this looks really scary. Honestly, they have better firepower than more or less than FaZe, and FaZe won the round. So that's a scary prospect. Couple AKs, Galil, Scout, Deagle. That's scary. They're going for a fast contact play, I think, in towards the A bomb site as well. Forced to slow down though because of the Molotov set by the CT. So direct blast in, and now the full information gets the kill and gets away and gets the smoke down. That's perfect for FaZe.
Very, very tidy stuff. The road to recovery might be hard for MIBR, but could get easier if FaZe are not careful with their peaks. Of course, we have a kill from Taco with the Desert Eagle. Oh, and there's another one! And that's the weapon that he can collect on this occasion with the push through Palace. 3 versus 3. Now MIBR will concentrate their efforts, their forces towards the A bomb site, but Adren could cut Taco to ribbons at the very least because he's got no Kevlar, but he looks the wrong way at the wrong time, Adren, and this round continues to get worse and worse for FaZe Clan.
Yes, it started off so well, but credit to the resilience here for MIBR. They've really grinded it out, found an advantage, and flashbang and an HE left for FaZe for this retake. Wolfmeister playing with a gap here. Oh, that is fantastic. The bomb falling on the ground as well. With 40 seconds left, that's not a huge problem, but now it pulls another player out of position. coldzera, no less. He's got 23 points of health. Didn't want to be creeping out there. You can see the problems that it causes. Now just down to Taco with the Deagle. And Wolfmeister, what a key kill there in the 2 versus 3. And that's going to be the round for FaZe. They will save it in the end. They defused the situation of MIBR's force buy, now forcing MIBR to go for a full save. And FaZe can really start to get their economy going. They can start to get their momentum going on this CT side.
Taco with these Desert Eagles. Boy, did he make it expensive. FaZe Clan ultimately clean up. But maybe that damage from Taco can be capitalized on in the rounds to come, although this one's unlikely, as it is pistols again for MIBR. FaZe Clan 1 round in the lead, still on fire, no extinguishers in sight. Sorry, just fell out of my chair, as one does. Anyway. And back in the room. Taco and Phelps left, and now it's Taco with the daggers. Shadow daggers. The ninja. Little ninja knives. I used to There used to be a kung fu store in Carnaby Street in London, and I used to buy samurai swords and things and sais and various items for display. Never saw those before though, or noticed them, but anyway. 10-8, MIBR, it's your move, you're back on the buy. Seeing some action here from Nico. All over mid and the A-bomb side, so there's no AWPs, no scopes at all in this particular round. AKs are plenty, however, and MIBR take mid early.
Yeah, and it's looking somewhat like a default from them. Just looking for map control across the map, presence everywhere. And Faze are playing it pretty chill at this point. They will push Adren down the A ramp, and Nico with an aggressive play into the Palace position there. It's going to set Faze up nicely. The shadow position there is a really strong angle. It's difficult to deal with this, even if you know a player's there, because you just give the shadow away, unless you try to drop, but then you drop and you have falling inaccuracy. So it's kind of just a difficult position to deal with in general, even if you know a player's there. Either way, MIBR's response will be to activate the players in middle. See Fur making his way there with the pop flash in towards connector position. Nice one there from Phelps, and they will clear connector. So they have that a bit of map control at least to work from. And Fur goes straight back out, and it's looking like they're going to take the plunge towards B here, this B split. And you can see with that incendiary, FaZe already have a good read on this. They seem ready. I
love B splits. I feel like for the longest time on Mirage, we just didn't see them enough. Now this obviously invites a boost, and Rain is waiting for it. coldzera, does he realize that he could be compromised by this? That this is the obvious, the logical thing to do. If you consider that your opponent could have a good read as to your intentions, then maybe this is a mistake. He will edge forwards. Fall off, and there's a sound. Huge free frag for Rain, second follow-up as well. But the bomb is still in possession of MIBR. But it's a 2 versus 5. What can you realistically expect in this situation? And the time's about to run out, and we've got Phelps stuck in a ladder room, forced out of a Molotov. He will die just after time, I do believe. And that's going to keep him poor, broke. $100 for Phelps. Can you buy anything for $100?
Decoy.
Decoy. He could be... He could not be, but he could buy a decoy. Maybe 2. Can you buy 2 decoys?
No, well, I don't think you can. But I mean, he will have to just be a decoy as well.
Wow. He has a Glock. You can kill with a Glock, Dan.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. But I mean, if he runs wide on a push, then he's technically a decoy, essentially, right? He's like one of those rubber fish to bait like sharks when you're doing research or something.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. It's I gotta say, you know, I like some of the stuff there from MIBR, but it was kind of a little bit late, and you can see how comfortable FaZe were. After they got that pick, they read the map control really, really well. They understood exactly what MIBR were doing. They delayed them so much with the Molotov, then the smoke came in, and then there was that boost, and it was MIBR understood they couldn't quite push it quickly enough to really make a difference. So they were just in the palm of FaZe's hand the whole time. So FaZe is doing really well on this CT side so far. Looking to get that mid push on. Nico, he's hungry, but he's a bit blind as well. And it looks like he will not be fed in this round. And Rain locking it down in the B apartments. Looked a little bit scary for a second there.
Ooh, that's a nice shot from Fallen. Wondered if he might get some free fire with the rifle. And FaZe continue to burn. Branding Iron is out for FaZe Clan, looking for the asses of MIBR, and they might find them soon because they're only 4 rounds away from victory.
Yeah, it's looking really good. Like, momentum is truly in their favor at this point. Rain there dealing with the apartments push very nicely, and of course it was a save round for MIBR, but perhaps the real Counter-Strike starts now in this second half. MIBR will have, you know, the fullest of money, but so will FaZe. We'll see a fast take up mid here, which is running through the smoke. coldzera very, very fast. He's going to run into Nico very shortly, though, as Nico will be around this position. Rain as well. Oh, actually, Nico's in the underpass. My mistake. And Phelps, he's going to find himself Rain. So difficulties here now in the early rounds for FaZe. coldzera with this position in the ladder room. applies a lot of pressure to this defense.
Look at Olofmeister, he's pushed through apps. Faze Clan basically have all the information already, or almost all of it. coldzera's position will be very important now. Does he hear this rotation from NiKo? He probably does, but there isn't really a spot for MIBR to do much more unless coldzera can get something done. That is a very key smoke, but NiKo may not expect that coldzera could see over the smoke. As coldzera makes a play into the window, he could do something, but Olofmeister looking for two. There's Fallen about to turn around, so he's got to take him out. And now what do you do if you're MIBR? Two players remain, Fur and Taco. Again, great timing on the apps push from Faze Clan. It gave them so much information, and now Fur just stands there again. From this point, he could be shot in the foot if you had an AWP. And Faze Clan continue to burn bright, like the brightest star in the sky.
What a beautiful game of Counter-Strike from them so far. As you said, James, you know, such a strong reaction. They lose something, and so they take a risk. And what a fantastic response it ended up being. Olofmeister, knowing how to play it perfectly as well. Tried to lock down the round initially by seeing how many he could see before he was detected. And then after he gets the first kill, he understands that all he has to do is just hold his position in a safe spot and just create the threat of the flank. And MIBR, they're being consistently outplayed here so far in this second half. And their money is kind of terrible. They need to save. They need to give Faze the 14th round effectively. It's not a great spot to find yourself. And we'll see Phelps be donated the single AK. Let's see what he can do with it. Oh, are they actually going to go for the full force here? How much are they spending?
He spent 3,700. So
okay.
Armor and AK for Phelps. He has a spawn as well. He could go towards mid. He could try and make a play towards B apartments with it as well, but that might be more likely with an AWP. Let's see where he goes. He could go underpass. So yeah, he goes towards the underpass position. So you might see some snipers make a play towards B apartments with a forward spawn like an Alu or a JDM. They like to take that peek. Somebody jump peeks, you can take him out. Somebody tries to jump on the van, then they won't have fantastic timing. But anyway, it's important for MIBR to stay alive, pick up weapons, storm a site once the Faze Clan side are weaker. Those are their goals for this round. They have one flash on Fur, who knows where that might go. And Phelps already in the window, 1:13, and it seems that Faze Clan may not have been expecting that just yet. Now he could throw a weapon out the window if he feels safe enough to do so. coldzera taken out in the meantime. And now Phelps has made his way towards short, so I don't know if he's given that weapon to his teammate, but he's got another frag out of it. Olofmeister looking for more. Big frag from him. We've got players on the B bomb site. He can't fall back. And now it's Guardian and Adren versus two. Guardian spots one across to the bench. An important angle to have on the retake, important information as well.
This is pretty difficult for Guardian. You can see that he's staying scoped in here. Well, as I say that, he will rattle off a shot, and he's just trying to buy some distraction here now for Adren to come in from the apartments with the attention on Guardian. Oh my god, the timing there from Guardian, it couldn't have been better. And this is working out phenomenally well now. Fallen trying to wrap around with the C-set. He's got no bullets left, and Adren's going to take him down. And Faze will pick up the 14th round in the end, but it was somewhat scary. Damage done by MIBR, but how much will it matter? The money overall for Faze, everyone's rocking 10K and above pretty much. So that's not really going to account for much as far as the economic damage is concerned, but at least they get a bomb plant. That will help MIBR in having a better buy in this following round.
Nerd facts, those shots on that wooden panel aren't just running distraction, but you can shoot through that both ways along the side of those crates. So if you're on a T side and you think a CT is peeking from the window, then you can spray them down through that. Of course, you can be shot as well, but it is a thing. It is a thin piece of wood. Great timing for Fallen. That's exactly what they needed. 6 rounds behind. You could see his frustration towards the end of the previous round. It's been a long string of bad results for both of these teams, and neither can really afford another one so quickly.
Flashes over the top, and NiKo on the bomb site with the M4. This will be very tough. Guardian is isolated behind those smokes, but speaking of smokes, NiKo goes up and above one, finds up a kill, can't defend against Taco. They're swinging through the Palace position, and this is looking very good. Guardian taking massive damage from grenades. Olofmeister will be able to be the only player to find something here for Faze as it goes down 2 versus 3, but the bomb is down still, yet to be planted, which does give some time at least for Faze.
There is a flank. I don't know if he has an angle for Guardian. He doesn't.
Oh, it's not broken though.
Yeah, Guardian knows this. He looked at it earlier. So as long as he's not exposed to it, then it gives him some confidence. He's got his teammate Olofmeister in the middle position as well, so we need not focus on that. We've still got jump peeking going on towards Palace, so where are the other two players? That is the question for FaZe Clan as they start to approach this A bomb site. Now, if they get too deep, I'm sure that Fer will pop the vents at the back. But he hasn't just yet, as far as I can tell. Guardian taken out, and that's the end of the round, basically. The vent is popped, but coldzera will pop another head, and there are 9 rounds for MIBR now. FaZe still on 14. Adrent's got $12,000. They'll have no issues buying in this particular round, FaZe Clan. But 5 rounds at this point isn't that much as if you're FaZe Clan. You don't consider this is fine. These aren't free rounds or free attempts with more buy rounds to come. This is dangerous waters already. You don't want a team like MIBR building momentum, because once they get to 14, they're probably going beyond that.
Yeah, but that was the first success so far that we have seen for MIBR in this T side. And this side, they'll take a very different approach, is walking towards the B apartments, trying to get as deep as they can. Taco pushing very quickly now, straight out the window. Flashbang to assist his forward position. Nice entry kill coming in, and he's going to really make things a lot easier here for MIBR. It does get traded out, but now Rain's in a horrible position. Players wrapping him. Phelps gets the kill, and a 3 versus 4 retake onto the B bomb site. That is not a good look here for FaZe. Do they go for this? Their money was very good, but I don't know if it's going to be good if after this round. In fact, yeah, they can't afford to lose this AWP at all. Guardian will hightail it out of there, and all of a sudden, the momentum of which you just spoke might be the reality. It's a nice shot from Guardian as he plays defensively, and it's going to be tough for him to survive here. They are hunting him, but he's passing every test so far.
Spotting another one. At this point, do you run towards bomb site? Doesn't matter, because Phelps will deliver the headshot, and now the deficit is reduced to 4. The money is a mixed bag for FaZe Clan. It's less than ideal for Nico and Rain, with 2,700 average between them. So I think this might be Nico round for FaZe Clan, unless they feel like they could get some kind of extra buy out of this, but I do not believe that will be the case. We have some Desert Eagles being purchased by the team, but I think there's a very fair chance that MIBR will make it to 11 rounds. That said, 4 Desert Eagles on FaZe Clan. This is nothing to shake a stick at. This is serious. They're
yeah,
very
really
capable
is.
with them.
You can maneuver them so quickly as well. So if it's the case that they start off with the first kill, which in this case they don't, it does get very dangerous very quickly. But again, the numbers are important, and the more players you lose, the more space on the map that the MIBR team will have, and that's exactly what's happening. They've carved out a nice bit of map control towards the Eagle side, and they're locking it down, and there's no way really now for the Deagles to get in. So looks like it's all under control here for MIBR to pick up their 11th round.
Yeah, there it is. Everybody surviving for MIBR, so let's see what kind of buy FaZe Clan will have. About 5,000 per person for the likes of FaZe Clan, around 26. Now, can they get back to winning ways? Or, again, I was alluding to the momentum factor for MIBR. I think it can be strong. Will it be strong today? This will be the first test. If they lose this round, MIBR, they'll all have the money to buy again in the next round. So at least there's that, some space for relief. But it would be match point for FaZe Clan. They will not want to lose any more. Loads of flashes going towards top mid. Phelps trying to fight for something. And this push up mid continues for FaZe Clan. They've got that smoke very deep indeed. The Molotov to behind the box. They know that part is clear. And this is really going to waste some time for MIBR. Or will it? We've got coldzera. He's out on the Tetris position. They see like Taco to make a play through the smoke there. But look at the rotations from FaZe Clan. 3 players on the A site, and they're getting wiped out. They're getting deleted one by one.
This is going to be very difficult. Nico steps up to the plate to try to deliver, and he gets bat out immediately. Guardian Olofmeister from Ticket. There's always a chance. Especially now the smoke's gone. There's no smoke to replenish that. Oh, there's actually one smoke to replenish on the ticket position. It's in the hands of Taco, but will he understand to throw it towards CT or not? And you can see MIBR just sitting on the fact that they have so much time in this round. Maybe Faze will make a mistake. Maybe someone will overextend. But in fact, Guardian finds an excellent timing, and he's going to be able to get some space himself towards the A-bomb side. Moving towards triple now. And now Olofmeister wins to find CT. It's all going a bit sideways here for MIBR, but now just down to Olofmeister as he pushes forwards, looking to see if he can make this even worse for MIBR. But coldzera comes in close. And that's going to be the round. 12 for MIBR. A mere 2 away now from equalizing. What's happening?
Just like that. Not too far away, is it? Every other round for FaZe Clan is an eco round. If they're buying and losing everything on the CT side, you don't get that bomb plant bonus with CTs when you lose the round. You know, that 4,200 will keep a T side in business when they're at max loss bonus, but the same cannot necessarily be said for a defensive side. So it will be the Desert Eagles once again, and maybe they'll have some more success.
Oh,
look, oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it? He's literally spreading butter on Toto's knife and just covering all of it at once. But Fallen, with a little jiggling, a little jumping around, will take Nico out. That's a very big frag, and it takes the AK away from FaZe Clan as well.
You can see that that's like a rare spot where Nico wasn't actually ready as well. I think for the second player, he looks he was just picking up the AK. His crosshair placement wasn't as on point as it normally would be, and I think he will be very frustrated with not getting that kill. But Fallen, he might be in some trouble here. Doesn't expect the player on around the side, and this is looking pretty bad now for MIBR. They've got to pick up the bomb. You can see Fels going to grab that, and the only options now are towards the A-bomb side. They have to ask so many questions at the B apartments.
Yeah, they know that there are 2 players in B-App, so they are worst case scenario 3v2 on the A-bomb site if they move fast enough, and they are heading in the right direction. 2 players going towards Connector. They've got some smoke grenades as well. They could go for a rudimentary smoke towards jungle, try and isolate their position. There is one from the Palace area now. Maybe they drop the other one in Connector to plant the bomb. Guardian just charging straight through, no respect style, but it won't quite work out for him. Gambles were taken, and they failed. Olofmeister and Rain remain, and just maybe they could do with saving these weapons to give them something extra in the dying rounds of this match today. 27 looking pretty good for MIBR, but what will round 28 bring?
Yeah, I thought Faze was actually going to save this one. Olofmeister looking to make it a little bit painful though as he dies, but I don't know that he expects coldzera in mid. I think that it was pretty fortunate that he decided to pull away there. And looking pretty good to save this AWP. coldzera looking hunted though. Meister just chill out in the kitchen. And he will be absolutely fine. And there you see it, MIBR 5 rounds in a row, they are on fire. But FaZe, again, they do say that open to the next round, it's always very nice. Big buy coming in. Let's not forget that that last round was very close, but look at what we have there, just Eagles. Just that's all they had. No Kevlar, no utility, nothing. They almost won the round. Almost, but not quite.
Indeed. Well, we have Olofmeister and Guardian now with the AWPs. This is a change, but will it be that change that they need? What are they expecting from MIBR, which would make this the solution? Olofmeister or Nico could pick up the AWP. I used to feel like 4 of the 5 players were known for their AWP skills. Not to say that the others can't AWP, but they are not the first names which come to mind, for sure, in my opinion. We have the AWP on Fallen as well. So 3 sniper rifles on the map, and I don't know how MIBR could possibly read into this unless this is some kind of panic button that FaZe Clan throw in on regular occurrence. Fallen looking for something. Ooh, we have a push attempt on the CT side once again. Not the first time he's got that pick in this game so far.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous, and Adren's in a great position to do some damage. Decides to drop the smoke. Conservative play, but it makes a lot of sense, and will hopefully for him buy some time for his teammates to get into position. And you can see that this really shuts down. Look how much utility, how many smokes. You see on your minimap how many smokes were thrown onto the A bomb site by MIBR. They wanted to go through, but when they saw that close range smoke, they didn't really have the ability to push through it. Now we can see that as far as MIBR are concerned, things get kind of tough because you've got a minute left. You couldn't execute the original plan in the round. You've left yourself with no smokes now. They've got no smokes. They really intended to hit the A bomb site there. They called it off. So now they have to play the mid round, James, and it's going to be a bit awkward.
45 seconds remain. MIBR not shy for a late round, as we all know. Sometimes they go good, sometimes they go disastrously. Phelps moving towards that ladder position, maybe cutting off some rotation, keeping an eye on things, keeping people honest, as there are no sound cues at this point for FaZe Clan, and they don't have the most forward position. That's the bomb. That's all the information you need. Get that rotation going. There's no time to go towards the big bomb site, so they can start to stream and get the flashes there as well. There will be trades, and maybe there's a chance for the bomb to get planted. Do you want to fight Adren? Trying to buy time. There's nobody in CT. Adren's on the ramp, but he may just get a frag immediately, and that will be that. Finally, FaZe make it to their match point after a string of rounds from MIBR. But will it be enough for FaZe Clan? Can they convert this into a match win with the next round?
That was so close. Nico's timing was so perfect to spot the first player to go for that peek. I think, you know, he heard they were running. I think that was part of it. And I think at that point as well, if looking at the positioning for FaZe, they didn't really know what was going on in that round. So that could have gone either way. But fortunately for FaZe, they make it to 15 rounds, one more to close down this match. And as you said before, James, both teams, you know, would have had, or felt like they both had, not a great opening so far to BlastPro Series, with their first maps really not going very well. And this would really help to set the tone, to correct things going out of day one. And it looks like FaZe are poised to make this a positive storyline for them.
We shall see. No more, oh, I was going to say no more AKs, but Rain has one on the CT side, always worth looking at. Nico on the cusp of a 30 bomb, standard stuff for him. Phelps 25 kills as well on the Brazilian side, and it's a good average of kills for the most part. Adren slightly behind on his side, but for MIBR, everybody's turned up for sure. A fast take of mid once again, Guardian having a look top mid. Not taking a shot though, even though he was blind. Sometimes you just have a feeling for things and you have a go anyway, but maybe not wanting to reveal his position. Or outstay his non-welcome. He'll fall back. Now we've got the bomb moving out towards top mid. 4 players in mid, it seems, in total for MIBR in this one, this round. They need 2 from 2 to take this, well, to take it to 15-15. You see Nico looking for a boost. That Molotov not quite in the mark. Is that a pre-fire from him? Guys so familiar with each other. That was a huge shot, and Faze on 11 HP.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough for Fer. Oh my god, the EG. Oh my days. Down to 2 HP now. That was not a bad follow-up. Almost got there, but it's fallen to take the first kill. Guardian going down, and Middle is well and truly in control of MIBR, but Nico still finds ways to get damage done, and that's really important because they've given up middle. And you can see it on the mini-map. FaZe don't have any vision of anything at this point. They can see B apartments and just barely the A bomb site, which gives MIBR all the options to pressure B, and now they're going towards A. But for FaZe, like, what does it mean? What does this pressure mean? It's hard to know, and they'll find out soon enough. But there's 20 seconds to go, and this boost could be astronomically important. We'll see if Adren can find anything, but no, they'll go for the plant towards the other side of triple, and Fel will get another kill. So now things start to get real sweaty for FaZe.
Holding down the short position, Olofmeister is taken out post-plant. And have FaZe Clan been outmaneuvered, it seems that they might be trying to win it in normal time. They will take the conservative route and move away from the A bomb site. On this occasion, MIBR have prevailed. Difficult for both teams, but it's FaZe Clan with the first match point. And they've got one more crack at the whip. Nico holding onto his weapon. That might be the 30 bomb now. He's wiping out these players. They won't have any issue buying in the next round though, but There are some nice stats for Nico now. Surely with that 4K, he is beyond. There we go, 32 kills for him. Phelps still on 25, but will all of these kills yield a result in normal time for the likes of Faze Clan and Nico?
Just such great crosshair placements. Look at this as he goes through. He's just aiming. He's just aiming for the corner. It's like perfect. The movement is so good. Nico is such a, mechanically, such a clean player to watch. Either way, into the last round. And both teams on the full buy. That's what you like to see. Going right down to the wire here. Faze being the recipient of a lot of aggression from the A ramp position. You can see they're playing that close setup, but in reality, we see the B push. Rain from far away with the spray, looking quite good from the pillar position as Olofmeister scopes up, and MIBR, they're stuck in the mud at the moment. They have to find a way to push forwards to get this bomb planted before the rotation comes in. It's down to Olofmeister to stop this, and this is going to be awkward with the AWP. Has to pull out the Deagle, but there goes Ball and there goes Fur, and it is looking very difficult indeed.
MIBR, man advantage for now. The bomb needs to get planted, however. Guardian creating some space. I don't know if he can realistically make it through this window. No, look at that gap. That gap is enormous. Again, just waiting for a rotation, waiting for an opportunity. There it is. There he goes, Guardian. Leaving a Dren now. 1 versus 3 to stop this match from being a draw. And there it is, a double peak from MIBR. And indeed, they just about scraped the comeback. So it will be 15-15 at the end when all is said and done.
Wow, I really thought